Welcome to the Mugiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. In today's video, we're diving deep into the latest chapter, One Piece 1102, where the Egghead Island arc is reaching new heights. If you haven't caught up yet, beware of spoilers. Now, let's break down the jaw-dropping revelations about Kuma and the Straw Hat Pirates. But before we jump in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more One Piece content, and hit that notification bell to stay updated. One Piece's final saga got off to a great start with Egghead Island, a great story arc that keeps getting better as more of Kuma's past is revealed. Finally, with One Piece Chapter 1102, the past is over. From now on, the story will focus on the Egghead War instead of the Egghead Island arc. Fans learned a lot of interesting things about Kuma's character before the flashback ended. Before this amazing memory finally ended, his whole life was flashing before his eyes. Among the many big surprises that were revealed, it was also explained why he split up the Straw Hat Pirates on the island of Sabaody, 2 years before the current events of the One Piece story. Part 1. How Kuma separated the Straw Hats on Sabaody. Many people think that the Sabaody Archipelago Arc is one of the saddest in One Piece. This is mostly because the Straw Hat Pirates were completely wiped out on this island. The Straw Hat Pirates came to Sabaody with big plans. Their goal was to get to Fishman Island, which was the link between Paradise and the New World. Fishman Island was the last island in the Paradise half of the Grand Line that any crew went to before going on to the New World. As you might expect, things quickly went badly for the group after Luffy punched a celestial dragon for killing his close friend Hachi. Admiral Kizaru came over to take care of Luffy and the Straw Hat Pirates because of all the noise this made on the island. Kizaru and Sentomaru could have wiped out the group completely if Kuma hadn't been there. At the time, fans didn't know that Kuma was actually there to save the team. When he got to the island, he used the incredibly powerful devil fruit to kill everyone on board, then sent them to different places around the world. In a way, this was the end of the Straw Hat Pirates because they weren't seen or heard from again for 2 years. People who watched the show again learned that Kuma was protecting the Thousand Sunny from the Straw Hat Pirates. They also learned that this amazing character may have had a reason for splitting up the group the way he did. One Piece has finally said why he did what he did 2 years ago. Part 2. Kuma's knowledge of Luffy being Nika. Back during the Sabaody Archipelago Arc, Kuma's only choice was to split up the Straw Hat Pirates. There are 2 key reasons for this. For the first reason, Kuma would have to save Luffy because he is Dragon's son. This is similar to how Ivankov had to help Luffy during the Impel Down arc and then make sure he was safe during the Paramount War arc. That being said, Kuma saved Luffy mostly because he is Nika. A few times, Kuma saw Luffy training and knew that he had the power of the Gomu Gomu no Mi. Kuma himself knows a lot about Nika's history. He knows that he is a legendary fighter with a flexible body who can do anything you can think of in battle. Chapter 1102 of One Piece makes it clear that Kuma thinks Luffy might be Nika and makes a connection between the two, even more so because Luffy was against the world government, just like Nika would have been. So, saving Luffy became very important to Kuma because he thought Luffy would one day save the whole world. Part 3. Why Kuma saved the Straw Hat Pirates. In One Piece Chapter 1102, it was finally explained why Kuma split up the Straw Hat Pirates and saved the group that way. Fans were able to see Luffy cry in front of the Buccaneer after Kuma set Luffy's group apart. Kuma thought about what he was doing and told them why he was doing it. Even though Luffy was sad that he wasn't strong enough to save even one friend, Kuma didn't think that was true. This person said that Luffy was strong, but he wasn't ready for the New World yet and was moving too quickly. Kuma told Luffy to wait until he was ready to go to the New World and strong enough to handle all of its dangers. He split up the Straw Hat Pirates and waited for them to get to the New World, which is the most dangerous sea in the One Piece world, so that Luffy would be fully prepared and have everything he needed to face it. At the time, the Straw Hat Pirates and fans thought this was a bad thing Kuma did, but it was actually a very smart thing for him to do. These events show how much Kuma loves and trusts Luffy, and how much he thinks Luffy is the world's savior and Nika is reborn. It was training time for Luffy and the Straw Hat Pirates. Kuma used his body to protect their home, the Thousand Sunny, from anyone who might want to destroy it. Part 4. Luffy is the savior of the world. Thanks to the Devil Fruit awakening he went through during the Wano War, it is now more clear than ever that Luffy is Nika. The Gear 5 has given Luffy more freedom than ever before, and Kuma was right when he said that Luffy was the world's hero. Kuma was sure that the Warrior of Liberation would one day save Bonnie and everyone else who was in trouble. Now is Luffy's chance to show why he is someone you can trust. At the same time, Kuma is on his way to Egghead Island right now. It will be amazing for him to see Nika for the first time when he gets there. There will finally be a prize for Kuma's years of faith, and Luffy will have to show him and Bonnie that they were right to believe in him. Fans are very excited about the next few chapters of the Egghead Island arc because they will be about the manga's end. It's time for Luffy to step up and show how great he is as a pirate captain. He needs to lead the Egghead incident, which is an amazing event that will shake the world. This is just the start for One Piece fans. Things are about to get really exciting. Summary and highlights. Kuma's reasons for splitting up the Straw Hat Pirates on Sabaody 2 years ago were shown in the Kuma flashback in One Piece. Luffy was saved by Kuma because he thought Luffy might be the famous warrior Nika and the world's savior in the future. Finally, Luffy is ready to show what he's made of and take charge of the Egghead issue. What happens next in the Egghead Island arc will truly shock the world. To wrap things up, the Kuma flashback has unveiled the true motivations behind the separation of the Straw Hat Pirates. Kuma's belief in Luffy's potential as Nika and the future savior of the world adds a new dimension to the narrative. With Luffy ready to prove his worth in the Egghead incident, One Piece fans are in for an exhilarating ride in the upcoming chapters. What are your thoughts on these revelations? Share them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more One Piece updates. Thank you very much for visiting the Mugiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. We hope you enjoy our funny sketch videos and anime reviews. Don't forget to subscribe to continue joining us on our joyful journey in the world of anime. If you have any wishes, questions, or suggestions for our next videos, feel free to express your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for your support, and until we meet again. See you next time, buddy. What is One Piece anime? One Piece is a manga and anime story about a young boy named Monkey D. Luffy who wants to be the king of the pirates in the world. As a child, he eats a devil fruit, a strange plant that makes him able to stretch like rubber. Before the show starts, Luffy goes out into the world for the first time and starts to gather a group of pirates. The main group grows over time, but it starts with Luffy, Nami the Navigator, and a swordsman named Roronoa Zoro. At some point, Luffy and his friends are known as the Straw Hat Pirates, and they go on many exciting adventures across the ocean. One Piece is a lot of fun because it's silly. Luffy goes from island to island around the world in the series. Each island has its own setting and theme. It's a pretty fantastical world full of animals that look like people, live skeletons, and other delightfully strange things. Within moments the group is in a winter scene, and the next they are on a tropical island full of giants. The show is full of silly and bright details. For example, Zoro holds a sword in his mouth, a scary military boss wears a cute bulldog hat, and people don't use phones to talk to each other instead. They use special transponder snails that can send and receive messages. Luffy is a carefree person who just wants to eat a tasty meal and laugh at bad jokes. Even though there are some funny parts in the series, a lot of One Piece is about freedom. During his travels, Luffy often takes up guns to help his friends and encourages others to do the same against pirates and government-backed military occupations. The characters in Luffy and his crew get stronger with each fight, which is typical for shonen manga. A lot of the story is about how Luffy beats a problem that seemed impossible to solve and finds some kind of secret power. After each fight, Luffy and his team get stronger and move closer to his main goal, which is to find the One Piece. Why is it called One Piece? The first part of both the manga and the anime shows that Pirate King Gold D. Roger is telling the truth about the mythical wealth called the One Piece. One Piece is the name of the show because Luffy wants to find the One Piece and become the next Pirate King. One of Luffy's main goals in the show is mentioned in the show's title. What is the One Piece? The answer to this question is still one of the biggest secrets in the series. It's been more than 1,000 episodes, and we still don't know what One Piece is. We know that the One Piece is the name of the treasure that Gold D. Roger collected on his travels because of details in the manga. We still don't know a lot about the treasure, though. There are a lot of ideas from fans about what the One Piece is, but we still don't know what it is or even if it's real. The One Piece could just be the friends Luffy makes along the way.